Hey, Friendly Neighborhood Geek here doing another retro figure review. This time on a classic Marvel or Toy Biz figure. The version I will be reviewing is re-release. This is on one of my favorite superheroes, probably my number one superhero. Yeah, so without further ado, let's see who it is. If you guys have seen some of my previous reviews, I know it's kind of vague, but if you see the name of my channel, YouTube channel, then it probably gives you an idea of who my favorite superhero is. So I was gonna do an unboxing, but I opened the box yesterday to make sure, everything was what it was supposed to be. But I haven't opened the figure. I was waiting until I could do a review, a proper review, to open the figure and unbox it on camera and all that stuff. So yes, this was an eBay purchase. Those who've been following me a long time, eBay seller. Um, I've been selling pieces of my collection on eBay. I've made a lot of money from that, and actually later today I have a item to ship off. So yeah. Uh, so packaged securely and all that good stuff, which is great. I will be reusing this box for storage, and if I need to ship something myself, ship something else. Um, yeah, this is really cool. We have, as you can see, Spider-Man. Yes, another Spider-Man. Spider-Man Origins series. So, to my knowledge, Spider-Man Origins was a toy line, I think maybe around 2007 to 2010, maybe. And I think they just re-released a lot of figures from the Toy Biz era. I think they did make some new ones. They did some repaints and stuff like that. Like this is a repaint. Um, they like some of the Tobey Maguire movies on the Raimi trilogy. They did some re-releases of some of those figures, which go for a lot of money. Like there is a 2 pack of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, the Spider-Man 2 action figure, and Doctor Octopus, and like I said, a 2 pack together. That goes for like a lot, like $200 $300 or something. Even if you were to get those two characters loose, I think they still go for like a lot of money, which is crazy. It's ridiculous, but yeah. So some pieces in the Origins toy line are, expensive, sought out. This one's kind of rare. Um, so this figure was in the Spider-Man Classics toy line that Toy Biz had way back in the day. The superposable black suit Spider-Man figure. In the Origins version, you see they just called him Secret Wars Spider-Man with missile attack glider. um, so like I said, the original Toy Biz version, like all these are all the same accessories, everything, but the spider was white, and Spider was white. His eyes were white. He had white on his hands. You know, I mean, a lot of people I think kind of prefer the Toy Biz one because like that figure 20 years later, this figure still holds up, still very charming. And that old Toy Biz one, like that's like one of the best black suit Spider-Man toys we ever got. Um, but that one I think is a little bit harder to track down and it's a little bit more pricey. And I honestly didn't care. I like both versions, honestly. And I was going to use this as for like custom reasons. Just mess around, swap some of the parts, add some clothing to them, which I'll get into later in the video. So yeah, but looking at the packaging, it looks awesome. I feel bad to open him. I really do. I love the packaging. Of course, especially with figures like these, I tend to keep the packaging so I can put them back in it whenever I put them in storage. So I like the little web detail right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me put my phone on vibrate so we won't have any any disruptions. Hasbro, ages 4 and up. You see on the side it has McFarlane's Spider-Man, Todd McFarlane's art of Spider-Man, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and another image of Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. That's really cool. Superposable figure. I think he has like 40 points of articulation. I saw, which went for a little bit more money. I saw that there was another version of this, same figure, all the accessories, but it came with a puzzle. Cool, neat. You get a figure, you get this cool accessory he comes with, and you get a puzzle. That's pretty dope. I honestly don't remember when these figures were in stores. I mean, ironically, I remember when certain toy lines were on shelves back in the day, but I don't remember when the Origins toy line was in stores. Um, so let's see. Let me read this real quick. On a dangerous alien world, Spider-Man encounters an arcane machine that costs him that coats him. I said cost him. That coats him in a sleek new costume with greater strength than ever before. And suddenly endless supply of webbing. The wall crawler is nearly unstoppable. Little does he know that his new costume is actually an alien creature that has bonded with his body and is slowly taking over his mind. Interesting. Yeah, so for those who don't know, don't want to get all over the place. Um, yeah, so Spider-Man originally got his black suit from the Secret Wars storyline, where I think the heroes and villains were taken to like Battle World or something. I forgot the name of the villain who brought the Marvel heroes and villains to the planet. But it is a fun story. It's a fun story worth checking out. The Ironically, the actual like design of the suit was submitted by a fan. There was a fan who submitted the design to Marvel, and I think one of the head people, editors, whatever, one of the head people at Marvel at the time, paid the fan like $200 for the design. So the original design that the fan submitted was black and red, like this black suit with a red spider, red eyes, all that stuff. Which actually, I've seen, which looks really cool. But honestly, I do think the white and black is just more iconic and more simplistic and all that good stuff. So it's really cool. The origin of the black suit, and of course, also probably I'll share this in another video whenever I get around to doing Venom. Todd McFarlane created Venom. He created Venom. He also created Spawn. So yeah, some comic book trivia for you all right there. So yeah, Secret Wars, Spider-Man with missile attack glider. You see him with the glider, which is really a silly gimmick. I mean, this was for children, a children's toy, but it's really a silly gimmick. Like you're not really getting him for the accessory. You're getting it for the figure, of course. You got this one, Spider-Man with magnetic shoot and grab action. Cool. I don't like that this figure's pre-posed. I don't care for the gimmicky figures. Demo Goblin with glider, cool. And Spider-Man with spinning hurricane kick action. So, ironically, I say ironically a lot. There is a little mini documentary on this toy line on YouTube. So, if you want to check that out, cool. It's only like 5 minutes. So like I said, I'm not really big on the gimmicky toys anymore. As a collector, you want a toy that can do all the things you want it to do. So yeah, trying to see it. Like I said, really don't want to tear this, but I'm gonna have to get the figure out. So I paid around $30 for this. Oh boy. And they didn't even bother to put any twist ties in here. Okay. I paid $30. I really paid like 27, 28, but with tax and all that stuff, it was like 30. What which I mean isn't bad. Like this is new in box. You know, it's an old, very old. This is like a 20-year-old Spider-Man toy. But you know, I love, like I said, I love the Toy Biz. I mean, I grew up with Toy Biz, and you know, I've said in my Fantastic Four video, a lot of these figures, for the most part, still hold up. So, like I said, yeah, him having the gray, the metallic gray, does not bother me. Um, I think it looks fine. I get, you know, if you're getting a black suit, a classic black suit of Spider-Man, you're gonna want the white, you know, the white spider and other pieces that are white on the costume, but it's really not that big of a deal, honestly. I like both. Like I said, I might try to get the other one at some point down the line. Um, yeah, I'm so happy I got them. Um, so like I said, this is a figure I've wanted for years, but it's like, you know, not too expensive. I have plenty of time. So ironically, this figure, and of course, it's so nice to do a new toy review. It's so nice to know I have the extra funds to buy something I really wanted, and um, so of course, you know, No Way Home figures. Now I'll get back to Spider-Man. No Way Home figures. A little stiff in areas. They, you know, came out and with the so all three of the Spider-Man, Sandman, Daredevil, Mary Jane, Green Goblin, Doctor Octopus. Hopefully, we get, you know, a new Lizard and Electro and all that stuff. Um, those figures kick a lot of butt. I really love those. But of course, because of financial reasons and my current plans, um, I don't have the extra to buy those any of those really. Like maybe like I could have bought in like one of the Spider-Man movie Spider-Man, but those, man, those are overpriced everywhere. Like if you can't find those in stores, you're out of luck because online places people are just, you know, just selling those for like $30 a piece. But I think is extremely you know, too expensive. Now, if you're buying them like as a set, like for a couple $100 or something, like 150, 120, okay, that's reasonable because you're getting all the figures. Or if you're buying like the three Spider-Men for like $100, yeah, that's a little much, but I think that's, you know, you're getting all the main Spider-Men. So I think that's a reasonable price to be spending on, you know, those figures if you're getting them as, you know, as a set. But one figure, $30 for one figure, I just think it's too much. Even though I spent $30 on this figure, but this figure is a vintage figure, so I don't mind spending a little extra on this one. Something that just came out that shouldn't be that much, yeah, I have a problem with spending that much on something that just came out. Um, like I said, so far, like I said, I really like him. I think this figure still holds up. You know, you can get him to a lot of posability. Um, yeah, I really dig this Spider-Man. Like, let's see if I can get him like pose, like, yeah, like that. Like, that's cool. He can bend down, and that is really neat. So the way his hands are posed, as you can see, he doesn't have like that. They're just open because I believe when he had the black suit, um, he would shoot it. The webs would shoot from his top of his hand, which was cool. You know, different. Um, like I said, for the most part, the paint looks fine. I see like there are these two lines that kind of go down the side of his chest. Um, let's see, kind of fix his. I don't know if his neck was turned around wrong or I guess not. Just trying to make sure. Yeah, make sure he's not all bent out of shape. Can't tell if his neck is backwards or not. I feel like it is. Nope. Okay. I think I just turned it around. I think his neck was the way it was supposed to be. All right. um, I think his neck is the way it's supposed to be. I'm not sure. So like I was saying, not to get too distracted. Um, so down here, he has, you can't really see it on screen, but he has like these two lines. They're kind of going down his chest. It's not that, it's a little noticeable. It's not that bothersome. I think just, the way that it was, excuse me, the figure was molded and they just kind of painted over those lines. Um, but yeah, so you see, he has the butterfly joints go in like that. Um, like I said, uh, foot foot articulation, toe joint, ankle can go. Doesn't have the his feet can go back and forth, but he doesn't have the ankle rocker, however you say it. Of course, thigh can be rotated, waist rotation. Um, this piece can go back and forth. I mean, kind of has a joint up here. Kind of rotates. I don't know if it can go 360. Um, so, of course, I'm not going to force it. Like I said, neck, you saw his neck can go 360, head can rotate, all that good stuff. So, unfortunately, mine, one arm looks like the way he's molded. Like one arm sits a little higher up than the other, which kind of sucks. I mean, it's not that bothersome, but it does make him look a little funky. Um, like with my Invisible Woman, it looked like one leg was like kind of long, like an inch longer than the other, but because you can like pose her a certain way, it's not that noticeable, but still kind of bothersome. That your figure would have a defect like that. I have my Matrix. I have two Matrix figures, like dolls. They of Neo and Trinity. For anyone who's familiar with the Matrix movies, in Trinity, one leg is like longer than the other, which really sucks. Why do I always get figures with defects? So she can't really stand well, which is unfortunate. But yeah, so that kind of sucks, but I can look past it. So let's get out his accessory. Um, like I said, one reason I got this figure was I've always liked him. I've always liked this figure. Um, there are a lot of YouTubers who have done videos with this toy. I think they may have used the old one though. One that really stands out was yeah, let me get this out. So there is there is a YouTuber who has done animations. I think he's changed his channel name by now. And I think in the original toy, these straps were gray. They made them black. Um, these are rubbery material. Let's look at the back of the box. So he made a series called um, Spider-Man Battle of the Symbiotes or something. And then the part two to that series, the first three videos were in stop motion. Everything else that came after was 3D animated. Um, but the second part, he used the Spider-Man 2 superposable action figure fighting um, that the black and white Spider-Man Classics black suit Spider-Man figure. And the story was, Peter had the black suit, and the suit was taking over, his mind and body, and basically his conscience, yeah, manifested into the Spider-Man 2 Spider-Man, the figure he used. And we saw the two, we saw like his evil half and his good half fighting each other. And I mentioned the Matrix. He based the fight, like all the fight, the sequence that he used, how he posed the characters to move, was all based off one of the fights from the Matrix movies, which was really, really neat. So to see these two Spider-Men fight each other in the style of the Matrix was just really cool. That video, I highly recommend it. It still holds up. It's just, the quality is dated. So let's see. Put him in here. Like I said, it's a really silly accessory. Let me see, get his hands in there. And I apologize, I have been under the weather. And I feel bad. Like, I don't like not making content, especially when I have the time, the time to do it. So after I record this review, I might work on some TikToks. I don't know yet because, all that talking. So I think you're supposed to put his fingers in between these pieces. Yeah, but no, I think you are, but I don't want to scratch the paint, so I'll just make it work. Like I said, this is a silly gimmick, but I mean, I think it's cool. I get it to come through. Okay, this is see me struggle. It's taking longer than I would want it to. All right. I'm pretty sure you can pull these pieces through. These little slot, but they're not wanting to really do it. So we'll just use our imaginations. So here it is. Use our imaginations. Here he is with it. And try and get the, oh, it fired. Okay. So it works. Has a, yeah, fired very nicely. So, excuse me. So my throat's a little scratchy. So I like the detail. I like this. This is made of cloth material. Again, this is just a re-release of an older toy. I like, the spider and all that. Really silly and goofy. Why would why would Peter need this? He can shoot webs. What? Okay. Again, funny, silly, dumb gimmick. You're getting it for the toy, obviously, but still neat. I think it's charming. So, and the shooter, the missile looks like a web, which is cool. Um, So let's do a quick size comparison. Stand him straight up. Yeah, his arms not being like I'm trying to like give an example. Like they're kind of like that sort of. Yeah, kind of like that a little bit, which is really, really unfortunate. But oh man. Okay, got cut off. So real quick, I'm running out of space for some reason. I want to show size comparison. So here we are with the Mafex Peter B. Parker and our Spider-Man Origins / Spider-Man Classic Spider-Man. Um, they're roughly around the same size, honestly. I think because of the different body types, um, yeah, different body types and different proportions. I think this one has more bulk to them, but they're around the same height, which is crazy. Wow, that is awesome. Like I said, at this point, a $200 figure and a old school $30 figure. And yeah, quality of this again still holds up. Of course, this has more accessories and just this is worth $100, but still really cool to see the evolution of the Spider-Man toys, even though this is a high-end toy company, all that good stuff. Yeah, so I want to show that size comparison with my other Spider-Man. Um, and I wanted to show real quick if I can get it. Oh yeah, I would have shown. I'm not going to bother to. I will maybe another video. Um, Here he is holding a spider. That I think is funny. A little spider. Um, yeah. So I said one of the reasons I got this was because I was thinking of making some customs. I kind of been in the mood. I've said it periodically throughout different videos. I kind of want to get back into stop motion. When I originally created my channel way back like 10 years ago, um, I did stop motion. Some of them have held up. Some of them are still entertaining, but a lot of them have not. And I have practiced on and off. So I'm thinking of doing a video, or the Spider-Man will be the main character, but it won't be Peter Parker. It'll be like an original person I created to take up the mantle of Spider-Man, whatever. Um, so we'll see what happens with that. Like I said, I'm going to test the waters with that idea. But yeah, so I recommend this figure. Definitely if you're interested. Hundreds of Spider-Man toys to choose from. Uh, as always, like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more. I have another Marvel review I'm thinking of doing.